Speaker, distinguished sponsor, what is the philosophy, what is the doctrine being followed by the DENR with respect to climate change, with respect to global warming? Is this an anthropogenic issue, or is this a natural issue?
It's anthropogenic, Your Honor.
So it is basically anthropogenic, because there are so many schools of thought. I was talking with some people in the DOST, and a lot of them feel that this is a natural process that happens maybe every 10,000 years, every 50,000 years, and we cannot do anything about it. They're even saying that, in fact, there's an author right now, Mr. Naismith, in Megatrends. He mentions that if you look at the number of articles on global warming, there are an equal number of articles also, technical articles, on global cooling. And that's why a lot of people are confused. Of course, the more dominant philosophy right now is that global warming is happening. So the position of the DENR is that this is anthropogenic, which does not exactly jive with the position of some experts in the DOST. I'm a little bothered that here's the DENR. You're supposed to be the 9th department as far as environment is concerned, but here's the Department of Science and Technology, which is supposed to be the premier department as far as science is concerned. Of course, global warming is a science area. Distinguished sponsor.
The natural warming is, Your Honor, Madam Chair, the natural warming is actually happening, but it is aggravated by the anthropogenic factor.
And here in the Philippines, I understand this may be true in industrial countries like China, Japan, the United States, but here in the Philippines, what accounts for this?
Climate change is global, Your Honor. It's not only here in our country.
Yes, but every country has a contribution. Because a lot of people are saying, why should we bother? I'm taking the devil's advocate point of view here. What are we doing about this when the other countries may not be doing their share, especially considering that they're the ones who account for more than 60% of the global warming because of their bigger industries?
That's why, Your Honor, Madam Chair, we are supporting the Copenhagen agreement. But I would like to say that majority of the DENR's program on global warming are related to what we are doing on their programs.
Well, Madam Speaker,
However, it is unfortunate that the DPM does not seem to support all the programs of the DENR. That's why the budget cut more than 30%.
well, I hope, Mr. Speaker, this will be sponsored, that at the end of the day, there's something very significant that we can do about the budget of the DENR, especially with what we are looking at now, which is probably one of the biggest environmental disasters faced by the country, right under our nose here in Metro Manila, here in the seat of power. I hope that we will remain, we will not continue to be blind to this. Maybe it's very easy to ignore environmental disasters that are happening far from here. But the environmental disaster is here, right here in our home base. Many areas near our place here have been flooded. There are about 25 places in Paranaque, in my district, that hazardous level up to head level because of the flood that happened on that day.
Madam Chair, my dear colleague, we have to admit also that some of the fault lie in our own people, you know, the informal settlers that occupy our waterways and several other factors that we must admit contributed to all this disaster. That is precisely why there is a move of national government to relocate all these informal settlers who have contributed also to the disaster that occurred to us a few days ago.
Thank you.
Even in Marikina, the former mayor, Bayani Fernandez, had admitted that he made a mistake in the development of the Marikina River that caused the Marikina River to flood the adjacent subdivisions.
Well, it's good to note that the MMDA chairman has admitted a mistake. That is a mistake with a blunder. But he will have his day here. He's supposed to come here on October 14th. And that environmental aspect is going to be discussed very thoroughly also here in the plenary hall. My final question.
Madam Chair, my dear colleague, we have also to admit that politics has played an important part also in tolerating the environmental degradation that is caused by the constituency, the members of the constituency. That prevents also the government agencies to enforce our laws effectively.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, the City Sponsor. My final question is this. Congress has already approved the the Climate Change Act of 2009. We have already forwarded the copy of the enrolled copy of the bill to the Office of the President. May we know if the DENR is giving this bill its full support?
The DNR is certainly supporting that bill, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. On that note, Mr. Speaker, the City Sponsor, I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I would like to once again commend and congratulate our colleague from Marinduque for showing not only sharpness but also stamina in handling this interpellation. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.